Up on the mountain, caught on the rail line. Up on the mountain, caught on the rail line. My brother, let the heart just beat. Drink your wine, smoke your weed, my brother. Let the heart just...
Well, I never had a brother. David was about as close as you could get. Growing up down the street for me, we did pretty much everything together for like 15 years. And it was an incredibly formative relationship in my life. And I'm so grateful for the positive impact he had on me. His happiness and his gregarious nature brought so many relationships into my life and got me so much happiness and fulfillment, whether we were fighting or fighting together. We always grew together as kids and growing up, becoming young adults. And I'm gonna miss him a lot, and I love him and everything that he did for me to help me make me who I am today. Love you, David.
David was one of the best friends that anyone could have asked for. He was known for being funny, personable, and had a genuine interest in other people. He was deeply committed to his friends and family, and that was apparent to everyone around him, and something that I really admired about him. David had one of the most contagious laughs of anyone that I've ever met in my life. It would fill the room wherever we were together, whether it was at Norfolk Academy or one of his many visits to UVA. I'll never forget the time that David tried to join the wrestling team in 7th or 8th grade, and he quickly realized that his talents were much better suited for the football and lacrosse fields. But that did not stop him from trying the moves out on me in the hallways in between classes. David was truly the glue of our friend group, and we are lucky to have so many great memories with him. We'll miss him forever, but his legacy will live on and always be with us through our continued love and friendship.
David was truly one of my best friends, and I will forever miss his company. His smile and laugh were contagious, and he never ceased to leave me without a smile on my face. I'm honored to have shared the same birthday as David, and will forever cherish our texts and calls on June 5th. I will never forget all the memories we shared and good times we had, from Norfolk Academy to Hampton, Sydney, and beyond. I'll never forget our first day at college, when David was a few cars in front of me, with his whole body out of the window, screaming, "Let's go, Roween!" I can't wait to be telling stories about David in the years to come to all my friends and family. He was such a good friend and cared deeply for those he loved. Can't wait to hug him again one day.
I didn't necessarily know where to start when asked to put together a short video about my thoughts on David. There was just so much to say. As proof of that, this is my second go around. The first was about 6 minutes, and I know no one wants to hear me talk for that long. I thought of some words and statements that really sum up David as a person and my experiences with him. David was such a great friend. He was very passionate in everything he did. He was super intelligent. He was loving and caring. He was probably the funniest guy I knew. Extremely handsome, as we all know. His wit was so quick. I wish I had that. He was so sharp. He was a great teammate on the athletic field. It was an honor to share the field with him. David had my back and all of our friends' backs throughout our whole experiences together. And I want to let the Lawson family know that we're here to have your backs. To the friends of David, we need to have each other's backs. Rachel, Mr. Lawson, Mrs. Lawson, the whole entire extended family, we're here for you. We love you. We will mourn together. We will grieve together. We'll share stories together. We will laugh together. We will shed tears together. We're here for you. We will remember David in the right way. We will continue his legacy for as long as we live. David, I love you. I miss you. May you rest in peace. And I'll finish off with a verse from the Bible. Matthew 5, verse 4. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted.
I don't know why. And you shall take me strongly in your arms again. And I wonder, might remember that I ever felt the pain.
thing that really stuck with me is how David would do anything for the people he cared about, whether it was growing up in school or on the lacrosse field or just in life in general. He had your back no matter what and would do anything to protect the people he loved. David was also the king of nicknames. I can think of probably 8 different nicknames he had for me growing up, and I'll always cherish those. Miss you and love you, David.
David, love you, man. You're going to be so missed by so many people. So missed by the lads, by me. You touched countless lives, made such an impact on so many people in such a positive way, and you'll never, ever, ever be forgotten. We shared countless memories together, starting, when we were young at the Norfolk Academy and moving, all the way up through high school and into college, and it was just awesome to, watch you become the young man that you became, and that you'll forever be remembered as. And I've got so many memories of us, whether that's on the sports field or hunting or fishing or trying to watch you hit a golf ball or just so many fond memories that I'll cherish and think about forever, and just want to let you know how loved you are, and how proud we are of you and everything that you accomplished in your life. And we're going to continue to carry on your legacy and look after your family, your mom and dad and Rachel and Mako as best we can, and continue to share those memories we have of you, and continue to just look after one another in this tough time. Love you so much, man. We all love you so much. I'll miss you forever, and I hope to see you one day again.
I first met David my freshman year at Hampton City. I was a shy and unsure kid who was excited for college and nervous about making new friends. Looking back at it all I know is that I got really lucky. I roomed with Addison Peak, and we ended up living a few doors down from Roan and DL. I didn't know it then, but these guys and our time together would end up having a lasting impact on me. The very first day at college, we went into Roan and DL's room. DL walked right over to me, gave me a big dap like we'd been friends forever, and promptly told me we were skipping orientation and going to go hang out at Kappa Sig, eat granny bees, and pregame the honor ceremony that night. Man, what a fun year it was. When I think back on my memories with David, what comes to mind is his unrelenting passion for his friends. Whether it's been 2 hours, 2 weeks, 2 months, or 2 years. As soon as you saw him, his face would light up, and he would make you feel like the only person in the room. His smile would overtake his face, his eyes would get big, and he would raise his voice to a big, "Yo, what's up, lad?" He was the very first person you could call when the chips were down, the very first person that would pat you on the back and tell you good job, and the very first person you could call to kick off the Saturday tailgate. From hitting golf balls at classroom during the spring break, driving up to Seaville, creating some absurd sideline celebrations, pushing me to lift the occasional weights on Saturday morning, his passion and vigor for life sticks with me to this day. From the very first awkward day of college, through everything that was to come, he just made you feel loved. DL, I hope wherever you are right now, you're making some power moves. Much love from Sal.
One of my favorite memories with David was in 11th grade when we went to a ranch in Colorado with a Young Life group. Took buses out there, took a couple of nights, and right as we pulled into the camp, the head of the ranch came up onto our bus and sort of went through the rules of the camp and said, the biggest rule is, pointing to this cliff overlooking the ranch, is you're not allowed to climb that cliff. And of course, David sort of looked at each other and we're like, well, we should have to do that. It looks like a great spot, and we've been on the bus for 2 days. So later that evening, we wrapped up dinner and we hiked it, and it was awesome. It was a great view, and I think that really shows David's sense of adventure, companionship he had for me and a lot of his friends, and we'll really miss him.
Hi. Over the past few days, like everybody else, I've been
I've been thinking about David and our friends and all of our memories from growing up. When I think about David, more than anything for me, I remember a stretch of a few years, a couple years after I moved to Virginia Beach and didn't know anyone through high school, where me and David and a couple of other people really just had so much fun. My best memories with David are all like laughing so much. In particular, I remember a few skiing trips that we took together. That when I think back on it, it's just like it's the most fun I've ever had. And another memory that I've really been sitting with is, I think in middle school, we both got really into making music on our laptops, and David bought a keyboard and went into his room and emerged like a day later with this song called Crazy Club Mix that people will probably be familiar with. That was this like loop of this weird synth part for like 2 minutes, and then it went quiet, and then it was just a recording of him screaming. And then the synth part came back in, and that was the entire song. And I think he was a little embarrassed, but he showed it all to us, and everybody thought it was really funny. And to this day, it makes me laugh my ass off. So, yeah, I had a lot of happy memories with David and with all of our close friends from growing up. So, I love all our friends. Sending love to David's family, to the Lawsons, and yeah, I hope everybody's hanging in.
Hi, I feel lucky to have a lot of great memories with David, both from him and from South Carolina, but the memory that sticks out to me most right now is when we were in Charlottesville visiting our friends for their graduation in 2019. I think it was like a Friday, and we had some time to kill because they had graduation stuff, so we went to Boylan to get some beers, and I think we got like wings and mozzarella sticks. And there was a guy there promoting some terrible seltzer. And if you drink the seltzer, then you get these crazy colored sunglasses that he had. And for some reason, we wanted the sunglasses, and David wanted them in every color. So we sat there for like 2 hours and drank these terrible seltzers. And I think we left with like half the inventory. But I think it sticks out to me because it was probably the last time we had some quality one-on-one time together. And we were both just super happy, and we ended up making a day out of it. And yeah, it was just a good day.
David, you're dearly missed by all those that were fortunate enough to cross your path. I will forever hold on to the good times we shared together running around Los Angeles. Whatever it was we were doing, you always managed to light up the room, put a smile on everybody's face. I will forever be grateful to have known you as a friend.
I'm just so happy that I was able to experience David while he was here. I'm so sorry that he's gone so soon, but he was always a huge ray of sunshine in high school, always greeted us with great bear hugs and just smiling, laughing, playing all the time. I'm so happy that you were able to be a part of my life and that God blessed me to be a part of yours. And again, I'm just so sorry that you're gone so soon, but your memories and your love will always be with me.
David, I'm gonna miss you so much, brother. You were truly someone special. You always lit up the room. You had such a kind heart. You were so funny. I remember last time we were together, we were surfing at the north end. You were catching wave after wave on that longboard. I hope that's what you're doing right now in heaven. Give Bracken a big hug for me. I love you. God bless.
Hey guys, my name's Phil Witten, as a lot of y'all call me Phil Witt. Really good friends with David up at Hampton, Sydney. We did our freshman year together. D-Lo, DL, D-Law, but Lawson's the type of guy really always light up a room. There's just a lot of, nights where, had no business being as much fun as they were without him there. So, this one's David. I'll miss you, buddy.
the 180. I ain't politicking, I ain't kissing no babies. The devil on my doorstep being so shady. Don't trip, we don't gotta let him in.
One of my favorite memories with David is every year we would end up having study hall together somehow. So we would always go sit in the library with a group of friends. We wouldn't get much work done, but we would all just sit there and talk about the randomest things and laugh a lot.
David and I became close in the 6th grade, and from then on we were very close friends throughout high school. We had so much fun going to homecoming together and prom together. He was always the best date. David truly has the kindest soul and the greatest sense of humor. He always kept me laughing, and he never failed to make me smile. I'll miss him so much.
Hi, David. I just wanted to let you know that I'm thinking of you on this beautiful, sunshiny California day. I know you loved it out here. And whenever the sun's shining, which it does a lot of here, I will be thinking of you. I miss you so much already. I know we all do. But I trust that you're doing well, wherever that may be. Sending you lots of love until we see each other again.
David, we're going to miss you so much, and we're sending all of our thoughts and prayers to the Lawson family during this time. David, you were such a core part of our group, and I hope you know how much each and every one of us is going to be missing you and carrying your memory with us each and every day. So when I think about my core memories with David, a few stand out. So first off, as many of you know, David and I were a little bit chubbier before puberty, and I remember telling our guy friends and girlfriends, hey, you better watch out. David's gonna take off once he hits puberty. He's gonna be a hottie, and boy was I right. So not only did I call dibs, I also take a lot of pride in being your 9th grade formal date, but also your first kiss. So David, I'm just so grateful that Norfolk Academy Planning Gods put us together and put us in a lot of the same classes and also the same advisory group. And so essentially we spent a lot of time together, nearly identical schedules in middle school. So we had a lot of great memories in the classroom, mostly you making fun of me for being a hardo, but also just cramming for tests in the morning. And just remember that whenever I looked back and saw you, you were always smiling, always cracking jokes. You could make anyone laugh. You had the sweetest laugh yourself, and I remember the teachers would laugh, any kids in the class, and we all just loved being around you and your energy. And you really picked me up on a lot of days when I was down, and I really appreciate it. So I must give you credit. You did have one pretty good joke. It's called, or you used to say, Jessica hungry. And now every time when I do crack that infamous joke, I'm going to be thinking of you, David, and how much you always made me laugh and could always make me smile. So David, sending you and your family the biggest hug. We're going to miss you so much. You were an incredible friend to me, to everyone around you, and I'm just going to miss you immensely and sending all my love.
Growing up, David was a really good friend of mine. We went to Norfolk Academy together for years. I feel so lucky to have known him. He was such a big part of our friend group, and I'll always remember him as being so kind, absolutely hilarious, and just a really good friend to everyone around him. I love David so much, and we're really gonna miss him, and I just feel lucky to have known him and to have been a close friend with him for all of these years.
David and I really started to get close when Rachel and Riley played on the same sports teams at NA. David and I ultimately became teammates in a few sports. As Gray, Rachel, and Big DL can attest, the Lawsons and the Masons would end up at La Herradura, our local Mexican restaurant, way too often. Usually it was after games or sometimes just after practice because no one wanted to cook. The kids would be at one end while the parents were at the other. Usually on our end we were messing around. Maybe we were daring David to drink the queso dip. He was usually the entertainment for the group. He might be telling us about his Put Me In Coach song that he created, or maybe a little dance for the sideline. Or maybe it was him and I trying to memorize every word to some Wiz Khalifa song so we could rap it. You also might find him challenging you to a belly flop at the yacht club on the diving board. Did that way too many times. He would always find a way to make us laugh, smile, whether we were laughing at him or sometimes at his jokes. I think it's safe to say that no matter who or what David was to you, a son, a friend, a brother, a teammate, regardless of what it was, we're all truly blessed to have him in our lives.
I got to get rid of you, 'cause Fridays are always the start of the time of my life. Alright, when I get faded.
David, here at Sunset, La Jolla Cove, man. Was just at the gym and came down here thinking about you and thinking about all the times we spent together. Memories that are never gonna fade from my mind, and I'm really grateful to have you in my life. You could walk into a room and brighten up a day, anyone around. You had this power about you where people were just attracted to you. You know, like your personality was contagious, and I experienced that firsthand all the time because it seemed like we could never stop talking in accents and just messing around with each other, and we had a lot of fun together, man. You know, you're really influential in my life, and I feel grateful that I had you, because I don't think I would be where I am today if you didn't have such an impact on my life. I'm gonna keep doing my thing, man, and I know you're gonna be up there watching over me. I'll keep working out and keep doing adventures just like I know you would, and having the time of my life. David, Norfolk, Lawson forever. David, Norfolk.
Hey David, there's no way to sum up or recall, over 20 years of friendship. So I think I mainly just want to use this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for making my life better, my life more fun, my life funnier. Thanks for being my buddy for so long. You'll still be my buddy forever. It's gonna be weird not going through the rest of life's steps with you, but I know you can feel our love somewhere, and yeah, we miss you, we love you, and thank you for everything.
Don't you wanna Dixie swim? Come on and jump right in, and we dance.